When my son was younger, my father used to take him to Wendy's sometimes. Not my choice of restaurants, but that was their thing. Anyway, my son remembered one time when he went with my father that the last time they were there, the ketchup dispenser was broken, but this time it was working. When they got home, my father said to me, Austin doesn't understand what happens in a book sometimes, but he remembers that the ketchup dispenser at Wendy's was broken when we were there 3 months ago. Why is that? The reason why is the ADHD brain tends to focus on details and often irrelevant details and has difficulty with concepts or what's called bigger picture thinking. You can see this in all different ways. So, for example, if you ever have a discussion with your son or daughter and you feel like they missed the whole point of the conversation, that's because they were probably focused on details and missed the bigger picture. Or if you've had a discussion with them and they took something you said completely out of context, that is really normal. People with ADHD can have difficulty with understanding context unless it's specifically pointed out to them. The other area where this comes up frequently is in reading comprehension. So, your son or daughter might be a really fluent reader, but they might have difficulty summarizing. Well, that's because summarizing is being able to explain concepts or get the bigger picture. Interestingly, and I'm not going to go into this now because I don't want to confuse you, this is the same skill set as situational awareness, or what I call reading the field. So just remember that your son or daughter's brain tends to focus on details rather than concepts. They might remember details that are irrelevant. When they're sharing information, it might be full of a lot of details or details that aren't really necessary for anybody to hear. Or they might be sharing information with not enough details. That's also really common with kids with ADHD. The good news is you can help your son or daughter learn how to develop this skill. And I actually teach strategies for learning how to improve situational awareness or reading the field in the Socially Smarter webinar series, which is part of the ADHD Dude membership site. As for having conversations where they tend to focus on details or maybe don't give enough details, it's okay to explain to them that when you're sharing information with people, sometimes we have to give more details or we have to think about what are the details that are important for somebody to hear. They're not having that dialogue in their head due to their difficulty with self-directed talk, or what I call brain coach with kids. But again, this is something we can teach them. To learn more about Socially Smarter, please check out the ADHD Dude membership site, ADHDdudecourses.com.